Hi, Diana. Um, it's funny watching your video. Uh, excuse me. The one I'm watching is was about your conflict and working with a colleague, and just being able to separate professionalism from unprofessionalism, and figuring out how that balances out. Probably the worst person in the world to give you advice. So I can only react to what you told me. And the other part is, I've already had this conversation with you in my office, and all that information that you gave me is just kind of running around in my head right now, because I have such insight that I wouldn't have had normally if I'd heard this prior to meeting you. But yeah, I always take the high road, and I'm always going to take the high road. And what I believe is that we have to be open and honest. If the other person isn't, if the other person um, can't deal with that, it really does become their problem, and we don't want to own that. We have to continue to be professional. We have to continue to do what we think is right, and the way treated the way we would want to be treated, and just continue on that path. And the reason I always say that is because I very much um, believe in negative and positive energy. I always have. And when I've read books about great leaders, it always comes down to the fact that they stay on task. They keep moving in the direction that they're moving, and they don't get pulled away from it. And I think that's what negative energy does to us. If we get really enthralled in and start interacting in that environment, we become very negative and we lose our focus. So you know where you're headed, you know what you want to do, you know what you need to achieve. Stay steadfast. Smile and keep going and keep that very positive energy up, because I really think that's the only way to deal with scenarios like that, is just continue to do what you need to do. Don't become an enabler and let where you enable somebody else to get you off track or to not be a professional. It becomes their problem if you can ignore it. And I know it's hard. Oh my gosh, like I said, I'm like the worst person to give you this advice, because I struggle with it all the time. But I work very hard at it, and people will say to me, I had something happen at work this week, and my department chair said, "You're so calm." And my response was, well, I can't change it. I can't really alter it. There's nothing I can do, but I can't let it take me off task. I have work to do, and I need to stay focused. So that really is what I'm saying. And I think you've got that, especially after I met you. You're on it. You know what you're doing. But thanks for sharing, and thanks for being so candid.